Campobello Island is not like most places. Actually, it's not like any other place in Canada. It's more than a border town. It's completely cut off from the rest of the country. Perhaps best known as the location of Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt's summer home, Campobello Island in the Bay of Fundy is part of New Brunswick. Population roughly 800, it is connected to the state of Maine by a short international bridge. It's not connected to any part of Canada. And there's not much here. No banks, no hardware store.
We have no gas station on the island. So again, the only gas station is in America.
This is Zoltan Sogas. He moved to Campobello from British Columbia.
I signed up for there's a grocery store there, and I can shop at either of them. That's what I thought I was signing up for. And now all the rules have changed.
Let's say you want to buy Canadian. That means crossing the border into the U.S., driving through the state of Maine, crossing back into Canada at St. Stephen, New Brunswick, doing your shopping, crossing back into the U.S., driving back through Maine and across the border again. So if you're having trouble keeping track, that's 4 international border crossings and a 2-hour and 15-minute round trip just to get some groceries.
The issue for me is with Canada. This should have never happened.
We head out to see what that means.
How's it going?
This is the grocery store on the island. There's limited produce, no ice cream, and milk is $11. Sogas can't get everything he needs here, so he heads across the border to Lubec, Maine. More options here, but he has to be careful about what he's buying.
I can only get this here. And it's made in America, so it's 25% tariff.
That's a Canadian tariff, and at this moment, he knows he'll be charged by Canadian border officials on his way back into the country.
We need food to survive, so it does seem wholly unreasonable that our government would slap back with tariffs on casual imports that then so drastically impact a community like this where we rely on American groceries.
That's the way it was for more than a month. Until this moment, while we were shopping.
So I have some news for you.
What's that?
Campobello Island residents are now exempt from the tariffs.
What? What? Says who?
Says the Canadian government.
The finance minister. What? What? That's crazy.
So what's this going to mean for you?
Great. Awesome. It all of a sudden, it removes the whole discomfort with the CBSA officers. It's like, I don't want to be in a weird, awkward standoff with government employees because I'm buying milk.
Many people here say having to pay tariffs for more than a month was yet another example illustrating they need a direct link to the rest of Canada. The COVID-19 pandemic was another time when crossing the border was extremely complicated. Now, during the summer months, there is a ferry that runs from here on Campobello Island directly across the Passamaquoddy Bay to another part of New Brunswick. Advocates say they need that link year-round.
It's a lot of extra strain in an already stressful world.
Alex Carroll is a local island councillor. He's lived here his whole life.
There's always been a push for a full-time ferry, but I think now is the time that both provincial and federal government have to step up to the plate and finally get us a direct link to the Canadian mainland.
Carroll is also a local fisherman. He says fishing and tourism are the only industries here, and Canadian tourists are not exempt from Canadian tariffs, only residents.
Personally, I've had a lot of people asking about a year-round ferry and if people's going to come through the border or not, and if they don't, where's your tourism business going to come from?
What would be the impact of that on this island?
It could decimate the island.
The owner of these oceanfront cottages says several of her guests have already canceled. The reason? They don't want to travel through the U.S. at this time.
It's not surprising because it seems like there's a lot of uncertainty. Every day it's something else, it seems like, over there.
But people here say over there in Lubec is the same as right here, almost one community. And not everyone here is sold on the Buy Canadian movement.
We can say Superstore is Canadian, and it is, but does the CEO of Superstore need another super yacht? You know, I have a local to me grocery store owned by a local person, and a local to me brewery, and a local to me coffee shop, and a local to me hardware store. They all happen to be owned by Americans, but I would way sooner give my money to small business owners.
It is a spirit of cooperation steeped deep in history, thanks to the American president who loved this place.
About 95% of what we have in the house here is original to the Roosevelt family.
Now Roosevelt Campobello International Park, it is the only true international park in the world.
This was the Roosevelt's sun porch.
Roger Quirk is an American guide here.
I have been here since June 12, 1974.
He says the park is equally funded by the two countries, with half American employees and half Canadian.
This symbolizes peace and harmony between the two countries, the U.S. and Canada. It's the perfect example of that, and we hope it continues forever. I mean, this is major cooperation.
How is it these days with Canadians and Americans working alongside each other?
Oh, they're my best friends, the Canadians. Yeah, we get along great.
Living alongside each other as they always have, connected by the Roosevelt International Bridge, a lifeline for residents of Campobello, and now also the source of extra stress as they worry about what the current American president might do next. One might wonder what FDR would have thought of that.